I don't know if this is a bad thing for Canadian soccer or a good when it comes to their matchup against Peru, in my opinion. Starting with the goods, Canada wins their first Copa America game ever, their first win against a CONMEBOL team since the Gold Cup final against Colombia. Two major accomplishments for a team that has made accomplishments for Canadian soccer kind of just a regular thing for me anyway, because of the talent that we have across Europe. Jonathan David, Ishmael Kone, Alphonso Davies, the talent that we have, they should be breaking the barriers when it comes to the accomplishments for Canadian soccer. On the bad side of things, a team that qualified for the World Cup, beating USA, beating Mexico, and having these epic results against some of the best CONCACAF teams and some of the top 50 teams in the world, they come up against a Peru team that, in my opinion, this was a statement game for Canadian soccer when it comes to the talent that we have on our roster. And for the entire first half and up until really the red card that they received, they probably should have received the red card for the headbutt, no doubt in my mind. But up until the other red card for leading with the bottom of his cleat, Peru was absolutely obliterating Canada. Our striking, our offense was abysmal. Larin, who is a big body striker, was unable to really do anything when they matched him up physically in the box against the center backs of Peru. Jonathan David in the middle in a position that he doesn't play. When you watch his little games, he's up at the front, he uses his speed, he finds gaps through the center backs and is played through by the midfield. And we have those midfield players, Liam Miller, Estacio, and then even Schaffelsberger, who has been one of the highlights of the tournament for me on top of our goalie, because of the way that I didn't expect him to show up, but the way that he has been showing up on one of our wings. But nonetheless, it's a team that has the talent up front, but because Larin is a big body and is not really breaking the lines when it comes to the center backs, the offense looks so slow. We force balls down the left wing to Alphonso Davies, who is up from his normal left back spot, left wing back, to the literal left winger for our team. And he has to showcase some offensive skills that at Real Madrid he did show. Remember that Champions League off-foot goal? That was an absolute banger, a gorgeous goal, but is not what they primarily use him for. He's tracking the wingers all the way back on defense, and they bring him up as kind of a second plan that you didn't see coming because of his speed, because of his talent there. And then you put him on the left wing where he doesn't really come back as much, and it is more of a tough watch where he can't make as many of the great moves that you want to see from a European winger that we have to force into the lineup. And then you have Larea back because we just don't kind of have that talent on the wing. But nonetheless, this was honestly a tougher game for me to watch because I felt like going in that this should have been a show-out game with David scoring more than one goal, and especially not being a game that our only real quality performances came 11v10. And honestly, Peru, even when they went down the goal, I get that Canada's going to want to play back. Peru looked even better after the goal was scored by Jonathan David, and David showcasing that when you put him in free open space, he is clutch at scoring goals. He's one of the best goal scorers, if not the best goal scorer in France when it comes to the Ligue 1. And we just use him so inadequately for the Canadian club. We try to make him way more than he is when I feel like we put him at his natural position. Larin can come off the bench or whatever you want to do. I understand that it felt like for me, Jesse Marsch wanted to start David in the middle, make plays with his feet, but in the middle of the pitch, David is just not very good. And he was getting stripped left, right, and center. And then the hustle that you need from your center forward midfielder, he just doesn't have that as much. He has a sense for finding open space, and his finishing ability is great when he's on the front foot sprinting, as we saw on the goal. This was a tough one for me. Canada soccer is in the best spot it's ever been in, so you can call me that I'm an entitled fan because I believe that this team has so much talent in what I believe that they can be. But I feel like we should be making statements against teams like Peru, Chile, and our group, even though when it comes to the Copa America, every team plays tough. You see it with Argentina not really having won with Messi until their last tournament. It's tough to win in this tournament, but still, I feel like this is the tournament after a tough World Cup where, again, you're playing the most elite of the elite teams. We had Croatia, Belgium. Those are very, very tough teams. Tough teams to compete against. Getting blown out by Croatia, it's understandable. I have a lot less complaints against a team of that level. Whereas in a game against Peru, we should not be getting smoked in the first half in 11v11 football. And I think Marsch is hopefully going to make some adjustments, make some changes, and really highlight the talent of some of our players, because if he holds this form, I think Chile is going to have a field day with us. The way that Chile plays their back line is great as well, and the way that we struggled against this kind of team, we look so much better, honestly, against Argentina. But again, against Argentina, no finishing. We didn't get the open space for Jonathan David. They're forced balls in on headers, on tap-in looks across the box from crossing spots like Alphonso Davies. because we force the ball to him so much. Being as talented as he is, it's understandable. But still, need to fix the offense, revamp it, try different things. This is a big tournament for us. We need to start getting prepared to Gold Cup and then World Cup qualification in 2 years, that we really want to see some strides in this Copa America tournament. So I'm really interested to tune into the Chile game. That was just my instant reaction to the Peru game. I was so angry. I was so frustrated, pulling my hair out from the first half. We get the red card, and then we're playing a Peru team 11 on 10, which is, we got the 3 points, we got the most that we can need, and now we're going to go into the qualifying. And now we just need really a little result against Chile, which is going to be an interesting thing against some of the top teams in South America and North America. But that'll do it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, smash that like button, subscribe to JFT Talk Sports, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.